and welcome to our live webinar here today. I am super excited to be here with you and share with you how to craft and sell your first premium coaching package. That's the topic of today's webinar. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Carolyn Soldo, and I'm a success coach and marketing mentor for passion-based women coaches. And in my role as a coach, I work with new coaches and those who've been in business for about 1 to 2 years. And I really help them build and market their business so that they can create the consistency, the consistent clients and income, and really make the difference that they're here to make in the world. And so I really want to give you all a warm welcome to our live webinar here. And I see that we're still gathering. There's people joining us today from all over the world. And while we're still gathering and waiting a little bit, do me a favor and introduce yourself in the chat box. There's a box right on the right-hand side of your video screen. Let me know where you're joining me from today, and just say hi, and I'll try to chat back. I also want to invite you to be really present with me here today on a webinar and really give me your undivided attention for the next hour or so, so that you can really get the most out of the webinar and the coaching I'm going to do with you here today. Now, before we get started, I want to do a little technology check. If you can see and hear me, do me a favor and type something into the chat box. Just let me know that you can, in fact, see me, and we are all set to go. Also, some of you may know that I have a very large community on Facebook. It's the Women Coaches with Passion, Purpose, and Profits. Actually, that's the name of it. And I spend a lot of time in the group. There's coaches just like you, and we help each other grow our businesses. And so I, once in a while, like to ask the women in my group what they really need to launch and really up-level their business. And last time I asked, the resounding answer was really knowing how to create their first coaching package. And so that's what I want to talk to you about today. And we'll start off by looking at some of the myths and also some of the mindset barriers that can keep you guys from rolling out your first package. We'll also talk about how to really structure a package and something that your ideal client really truly wants and finds irresistible right now. We'll then look at how to price your package to make sure that you're not undercharging and really hitting your personal income goals. And then we'll talk about how to really implement the necessary systems and the structures to deliver your programs like a pro. So with that, I know, if this is something you struggle with right now and you want to build your first premium package, I want to let you know that you're absolutely in the right spot right now. And this is exactly what I'm going to cover. But before we dive into the content, I'd like to start by just bringing us all together here in this space, because I see women here from all over joining us. I have someone from Nova Scotia here, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, UK, Canada, Lincolnshire, I'm not sure I said that right, in England, someone from Paris, all over the United States. And I'm so honored that you guys have taken the time to join me today. I really want to applaud you for giving yourself this time to learn, and I really want to thank you for being here. I know we are all busy. You have families, you have lives, you're running businesses, and so this is your time to learn. And so it's also time to get rid of any distractions, close down your Facebook, your email, and just really give me your undivided attention for the next hour or so. I know that as a new coach, it can be extremely confusing to create a package, and you want to do everything right. But sometimes you are missing clarity. In the beginning, a lot of times we miss the clarity and we're not sure what should go into our packages. And we're afraid that once we build them, no one's going to buy them. And so specifically, I see new coaches struggle with, first of all, picking the right type of program to roll out first. They're choosing between one-on-one packages, group programs, intensives, home study courses. So I want to give you clarity on that. They're also looking at just knowing how to properly structure their program. So you might be thinking about what content should go in my package. What do I need to coach on? Do I need to do one-on-one sessions? Do I need to do videos and audios and PDFs and all of those things? So we'll talk about that. And then we'll talk about pricing, which is really, really important because I see so many new coaches being hesitant to roll out premium packages with a premium price. And so they're often ending up undercharging and maybe not hitting their monthly income goals. So we'll talk about all of these pieces here on today's webinar. Also want to let you know, if you have a question, I have the chat here on my phone and I will check in once in a while. But if I miss your question for whatever reason, there was going to be time at the end of the webinar where we'll do a Q&A and you can ask me any questions you have about your package, growing your coaching business, mindset, anything that's top of mind for you. So we'll leave enough time for that at the end of the webinar today. Also, I don't want to forget, after we go through the training, I want to share with you a special invitation I have today and a limited time bonus for my 4-month coaching program From Passion to Profits. I have a few openings this month, and I'll share with you exactly what the program entails, what's included, and also how you can qualify for the bonuses that I'm offering today, which I know you're going to love. So just stick around until the end of the webinar, and I'll share all of that good stuff with you then. But now I think we are ready to dive into the core content of the webinar and really take a look at your first premium coaching package, why it's so important, and how you can build a package that truly resonates with your ideal client. So let me switch over to some slides I have prepared for you. And just so you know too, I'm going to make those slides available to you when you get the replay of the webinar. I'm going to include the PowerPoint deck or the PDF document that you can download. So you can take notes right now, but you'll also have the slides later on. So let me jump over into my PowerPoint slides. And then we'll do a little bit of coaching, and I'll come back to the video for the Q&A later. Okay, so you guys right now should be seeing my slides. If you don't, again, sometimes Google Hangout can be a little bit crazy. Let me know if you have any issues seeing the slides at all. But I really want to get started with my story. And some of you may know me. I see some very familiar faces here in the chat, but some of you may not know me. And so I want to share with you a little bit about my background and how I personally launched my coaching business. I actually came from a corporate marketing background, and I have an MBA in marketing. And I had a lot of really great success in the corporate world. Yet, on the other hand, there was always something missing from me. I had a great salary, you know, I had a seemingly great career, but I never truly felt satisfied and fulfilled with my work. Just checking in here on the slide. Someone's asking if we are starting. I have an MBA in marketing soon. Yes, we are. And I had a lot of. So sorry for that. I had to just make sure that you guys can see and hear me, but you can. So where was I with my journey? So with my corporate career, I truly never felt a sense of purpose. And there was always something missing. And really, when my journey, my health journey started, things completely changed in my life. When I had my second son, Mateo, I had gained an enormous amount of weight. And I actually had to drop about 75 pounds after being so extremely out of shape. And that was really the turning point in my life when I decided to take my own health in my hands and take charge of that. And I fell in love with healthy living and coaching others. And it was really my personal transformation that attracted so many women to me. They were asking for my help about their health. And my first health coaching business was born, and I absolutely loved it. It gave me the ability to really live out my newly found passion, and most of all, really make a difference in other women's lives. And so what I was looking for in my corporate career was making that difference, living on purpose. And I found that in my coaching business as a health coach. And I had great success coaching women face-to-face. Initially, I was coaching my neighbors and my friends and people that I knew from my past job in my corporate career. And so what I discovered was that when I took everything online, I literally hit a wall. In my first year in business, when I was trying to launch my brand online, I completely failed. I remember my first coaching package actually sold for $97. And I worked on this package for months. I worked so hard on it, and I literally only sold one. And so what happened was I had to go back to the drawing board. And I spent about a year educating myself. I invested in programs and courses, specifically in online marketing and branding, because I knew that's where I had to really work on, and that's what I had to improve. And so to me at that point, success in my business really was non-negotiable. I knew I wanted to be a coach. I had that burning desire to help other women live healthier and happier lives. And at the same time, I wanted to create this free lifestyle for my family. I had my first boy, Anthony, my second son, Mateo, was born. I wanted to be home with them. I wanted to still have financial freedom, travel, and do work that mattered to me. And so I relaunched my health coaching business. And when I finally understood how to really package my expertise and brand and market my business the right way, that's when things really completely changed for me. And I was fully booked in my business, literally month after month. And I experienced my first 15K month in business, which I'd never thought would be possible for me ever. And so over the years, I also enjoyed mentoring other coaches. And so I decided to really change gears after a while and use my expertise in building coaching businesses, building my own business, and help other coaches that have the same kind of experience and help them be successful as well. You know, when I was a struggling health coach, all I ever really wanted was someone to show me how to build my business from start to finish without wasting time, without wasting money, and in a way that I could go step by step and implement that. And so my mission today is to really help new coaches just like you build their coaching business from start to finish, help them get paying clients in the door as soon as possible without spending a lot of money on programs and courses and all the confusion that comes along with that. And I've really been blessed, I have to say, to work with women from all over the world and, you know, create those gorgeous coaching brands and really make a difference in their lives as well. Now that you know my background, let's talk a little bit about why your coaching package is so important. It really is the heart and soul of your business. I want you to now just take a moment and think back to when you purchased a professional service in the past. You know, chances are you were maybe attracted to the company's marketing activities, their visibility. Maybe it was a coach. Maybe it was a legal provider, an accountant, anything like that. But that was not enough. More than likely, you were also impressed by the value they were giving and the expertise they were sharing in their marketing, which really positioned them as the expert in your mind. And, you know, maybe they did a webinar or they gave some really great content, a presentation at a networking event. But what really made you make a decision to work with them was their program or their offering and their sales page. And the fact that you felt that this program was specifically made for you and will help you transform and change whatever issues or problems you may have experienced at that time. And so I want you to understand that your clients are going through the same exact process with you. They're evaluating you as a potential coach. And so we want to craft an offer that is uniquely designed for them and that really promises them a transformation and something that they are truly looking for. So what I'm telling you here is that if you can position your program as the best solution for your ideal client's problems, then your program is going to be irresistible for them, and pricing is almost going to become a non-issue. If you can show them the value of your program in that way, the price will be secondary. And so today, I want to show you how to craft this kind of program, but I also want to show you how you can then take your business to the next level and really set up all the necessary pieces to see the results and the rewards that you desire. And we'll touch on that a little bit later, but right now I want to go over some of the common myths and mindset barriers that new coaches often have. And I want to let you know that some of those, or all of those I should say, are not true in what I think about them. First of all, I see a lot of new coaches say that no one will buy my program. And this is only going to happen if you build a program that's not designed for your ideal client. And so I'm going to share with you today how you can craft an offering that your ideal client is going to find irresistible and really make selling a non-issue. I also hear a lot of my clients say that they need to keep prices low because they're a new coach. And this is also not true. In fact, you're going to learn today how you can build a premium brand and a package for your business that comes with a premium price. And if you build this level of value in your program, your clients will see the value in it as well and pay your premium prices. A lot of times new coaches say, what I have to offer is of no value or it's boring. And so many of us think that because to us, we already know what we have to offer. It's so second nature to us. It's so self-explanatory, so that we think that it's potentially boring or of low value to our ideal clients. But the truth is that to them, we hold the solution to their greatest issues. We have what they need. And so they still need to learn what we have to offer, what we might think is a no-brainer. So never forget that. Never forget how valuable you are to the right people out there that really need you right now. And then also I see a lot of new coaches say that they just can't make great money as a coach, thinking, you have to be in a different industry or you have to be a business coach to make money. And today, again, you will learn how to craft a package specifically for your ideal client, speak to their deepest desires, and if you accomplish that, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. You can make 5, 10, 20K a month, and that's totally doable for you as well, no matter what industry you might be in. Now, before you choose which program you want to launch and how to build your package, I want you to take just a moment and really think about your business model for your coaching business. And there's different ways you can go here, but I recommend a one-on-one coaching package for new coaches because it really is the quickest way for you to go to market and for you to come up with an offering that has a relatively high price, and it's a relatively easy thing for you to launch. Small group programs are also really popular, but they require more work for you to launch them, and they will require more work for you to actually develop the content. So you may need to do videos and audios and PDF documents, which you don't have to create for a one-on-one. A do-it-yourself course is something that's completely hands-off. And I recommend that you include that later on. Once you have a one-on-one package created, I would recommend a do-it-yourself course because it's passive income. It's a course you can launch, you can get out there, and you can have that generate income for you on a monthly basis without recreating the content all the time. And then, of course, there's intensives and events, and I know a lot of you really love those. You really love speaking and being with your clients face to face. But again, those are best launched later on because they do really require the most upfront work. You need to plan the location. You need to figure out, how the day will be structured. You need to come up with your agenda, and then you will actually need to travel and speak as well. So those are fabulous ways for coaches to serve their clients and make money, but they require a good amount of upfront work. So what I'll be talking to you today is the one-on-one coaching package and what you need to do step by step to launch your first premium one-on-one program. So the first step in packaging your passions is really figuring out what your passion really is. When you launch a coaching business, you have this deep passion inside of you. You know you want to make a difference in the world. You know you want to live on purpose. And we're here to live life on purpose and create the kinds of lifestyles that we want. So to get started, you really need to be clear on what you're called to do. What do you want to coach on? What will you be known for? And really ask yourself, what are you really passionate about? What lights you up? Where do you see yourself making a difference with people? What is your expertise? What are you most skilled in? And what seems like the most fun to you as well? Really think about not just what you should be doing and what other people maybe are telling you should be doing, but what would be the most fun, what would really fill you up and bring you a lot of joy. Then the next step is to, of course, think about who you're going to be serving. Who is this program for, and what solution can you provide? When you sit down and you really start to dream up your coaching business and you think about what it is you want to do, it's really, really important for you to know your ideal client and your niche and really know what problems you're solving for your client. One of the biggest reasons, actually, I see new coaches oftentimes fail to sell their programs is because their packages are not designed for their ideal client. And that's because they haven't asked their clients what they really want. So when you build your package, do not assume you know your ideal client. If you have any level of uncertainty at all, I suggest that you go and actually speak to them and become really, really familiar with their desires, their fears, what are their biggest challenges, and really dig deep and ask those really challenging questions sometimes so that you can become an expert in your ideal client. Then at the same time, think about who do you resonate with the most? What kind of person do you want to work with? And what kind of person can you best relate to? Sometimes if you're unsure, it helps to go back to yourself because sometimes we're our own ideal client, or maybe your ideal client is someone that used to be or that is in your shoes, that is in a situation right now that you've experienced in the past. So maybe you have overcome an autoimmune disorder and now you look back and you say, I'm really ready and I have what it takes to help other women accomplish the same. That's what I did as a coach. When I lost my baby weight, I started to help women with emotional eating problems. And I did that because I had overcome these problems myself. And so I became my own ideal client. So think about those things and really become clear on who your ideal client really is. And now that you understand what you want to coach on and who you're meant to serve, it's time to put those pieces together. And you want to think about, first of all, the transformation you're providing, how long this transformation will take. So how long is your program going to be? What is the structure? So what content will be included? Is it going to include one-on-one sessions, Skype intensives, tools and guides and all of those pieces? How much support are you going to be including? Will they have unlimited access to you via email, or is there some certain boundaries that you want to set around that? And then, of course, think about pricing and bonuses. And I want to go into all of those pieces with you one by one right now. So let's start to look at your transformation. That's really the first step. And that's why knowing your ideal client is so important, because once you know them and what their deepest challenges and struggles really are, you can come in as the solution provider and you can provide them with a transformation. So really think about, what journey are you going to take your ideal client on? What is the transformation they will experience when they work with you? You know, that might be health related, mindset changes, you know, people struggling with anxiety, low self-esteem, helping them in their business. What is it that you can promise them that they will accomplish after they're done working with you? And to get you started, you can start to think about challenges you've overcome yourself. Chances are, like I said before, you probably decided to coach because you've overcome your own challenges. Maybe you feel strongly about helping people that have similar issues. Maybe you really are now an expert in something because you've dealt with this problem in the past and you've discovered a way to help yourself. And now you can go out there and help other people and teach them how to accomplish the same kind of transformation. So think about your program, think about your ideal client, and how you can really come in and offer them a transformation with your coaching package. Then once you know the transformation that you'll provide, you will have a good idea of how long it will actually take you to accomplish this transformation. You know, when I built my From Passion to Profits program, it's a 4-month program. It is a business coaching and marketing program for coaches. And I sat down and I thought, how long is it going to take me to work with a new coach and help them put all the pieces in place, get them to understand everything, build the brand, build the packages, market their business, put the sales funnel in place, a marketing plan, and actually help them make money and get clients in the door. And I built my structure based on that, and I came up with 4 months. And I'm confident that I can accomplish that in that time frame. So what I want you to do is sit down and figure out, how long will your transformation take? Does it take you 3 months to work with your client? Then that's the time frame you're going to pick. Once you know how long your program will be, then you can really flesh out the structure and the journey. And this is really the curriculum, so to speak, and what's actually included in your coaching package. So that could be steps, that could be phases, tasks, anything like that, broken down by weeks or by months, for example. So if you have a 3-month program, let's say, you could start by saying month 1 is phase 1. And in phase 1, I'm working with clients to really identify, let's say, bad habits. We could be working through low self-esteem issues, looking at what's blocking them, what's holding them back from really living the kind of life they desire. Month 2 is a phase where we start to transform them, and we replace those limiting beliefs. We replace those negative thoughts with better habits, and really focus and make those thoughts into routines and give them the tools they need to start feeling empowered and start to make the transformation. And then in month 3, maybe we help the client actually take inspired action. Maybe we're actually moving them through some real changes in their life where they can actually see those new patterns and actually start living this new life and actually fulfill the transformation. So think about what that looks like for you. What are those steps that you want to include in your coaching package? And what all needs to be included to really make sure your ideal client receives that transformation? And then, of course, think about the support and resources you want to include. And those are things like logistical structure. So how many one-on-one sessions will you include? How many video lessons? Is there going to be video or not? Will you have a welcome packet? Will you have a Facebook group? Will you have unlimited email support? All these pieces are the logistics. They are the backbone of your program. They need to be there, but they're not as important as the transformation. Then we want to talk about bonuses. Don't forget to include some really juicy bonuses in your program. They should be really desirable for your ideal client, and they should be of really, really high value. A couple of requirements here for those. First of all, those should be few, and they should be related to your coaching program. So think about maybe 1 or 2 bonuses and make them related to your coaching program, something your ideal client will most likely need and want in order to enhance the coaching, enhance the transformation they're making. And a really great tip I have for you here is to take something from your core program. Maybe it's a module, maybe it's even one of the core steps, and pull that out and make that into a bonus. And that way, you don't have to create anything from scratch. You already have that created, and you can make that into a bonus. Next, let's talk about pricing. This is a topic where 99% of my clients and new coaches get stuck. And it's really difficult in the beginning to figure out how to price your package. You don't want to come in too high, but you also don't want to come in too low because you have an income goal. You know, you want to roll out a premium brand. And with a premium brand, there comes a premium price. And so take a look at, first of all, what the market will bear. And what I mean by that is take a look at what your competition is charging. Go out there and see what are other coaches in your niche charging, and what are their programs entail. And so kind of judge your baseline according to that. Then look at your income goals. What is your personal monthly income goal? And how many clients would you like to work with? You know, really figure out and say, maybe I want to work with 5 clients a month to start with. And my ideal monthly income, let's say, is $10K. You know, naturally, if you do the math, your coaching program would sit at around $2,000. 2,000 times 5 is 10K. So do a little bit of the math when it comes to your income goals and factor that in. And then also look at what feels good to you. Really check in with your intuition and see, you know, how much are you meant to charge for your coaching program right now? You have to feel really good about the pricing. Make sure that you're really confident in that you stand behind your price, and then use that and the other 2 factors that I mentioned here and come up with something that will help you hit your goals, and also something that feels really good. And don't forget, you can always raise your prices later. When I launched my first package, I charged $97 for it. And I sold one of them. And so despite the fact that my package was really cheap, it didn't sell. So just because you go out there with a low price doesn't mean that your package is going to sell like crazy. So make sure you focus on the value first, and then put a price tag on it that feels good, and that's also going to get you excited about launching this program. Next, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about some common mistakes I see many new coaches make when they sell their first package. And some of these mistakes, or I should say all of them, can really make it hard to sell a coaching package. And the biggest mistake really is selling the features of your program versus selling the benefits. And so I see a lot of health coaches offer nutrition plans and recipes and perhaps workout programs, And that is how I approached my package in the beginning. You know, when someone asked me what I do, I said, well, I can make you a custom nutrition plan. I can help you with your habits. I can help you work through emotional eating issues. And I was talking about all these features, all my tools, all my resources, but I never, ever talked about the transformation and the benefits I could offer my clients. So what I want you to understand is that you need to lead with the transformation and the outcome that your clients will receive instead of selling and leading with your tools. Also, when you're launching your program, make sure you have the right tools in place to really sell your packages like a pro. And those tools include things like a really high quality sales page. Really go out there and make sure your sales page looks great. You have copy that converts, you have copy that's professionally written, or you really try to do a really good job with your copy. And you have a page that's nicely designed, that looks really appealing. And also make sure you have the necessary tools. So things like a discovery session application, which you can use something like a Typeform for, and a scheduling tool where your clients can actually go and schedule discovery calls, assessments, and coaching calls with you online to really streamline this and really make this a professional process and make it easy for your clients as well. And then lastly, if you have all of this done, you want to round out your program with a program name, of course, and a tagline. You want to create your welcome packet and a resources guide, and also want to prepare a client contract. Just sipping some water here. The tagline and program name is a really fun and a really creative way for you to get your program out there and become known for it. You can actually trademark your program name. So for example, my program From Passion to Profits is trademarked because I love it. I think it really speaks to what I do, and I want this to be my trademark and my brand. So come up with a really fun name and a tagline that really speaks to what your program really offers and what the transformation is. And then things like your welcome packet and your resource guide are really optional pieces you can put together to give additional value to your client. Those are optional, but I highly recommend that you put them in place to really round out your package. So with this, I want to ask you a couple of questions. You know, since you're right now watching this webinar, chances are that you're a relatively new coach, or you're someone who has been in business for maybe a year or two, and you really want to up-level your business, and you really want to launch a premium offering. And so I want to show you a few other steps, what else you need to do to really come up with a comprehensive launch plan for your business, and take the steps to get your first 2, 3, 5 paying clients and make your first 5 to 10K a month as a coach. So let me ask you a few questions so that you can really assess yourself and your business and see if you're at the right spot right now to take those steps from here. So first of all, think about whether you know exactly what you want and exactly what you want to coach on, and how your message is unique in the marketplace. Are you crystal clear on your ideal client and who you're meant to serve? Do you know them inside out? Do you know how you can really best serve them? Do you know how to position your package as a solution to your ideal client's challenge and really make that an irresistible offering? Do you have a brand, including an online presence, a website, your social media profiles that really stand out? Do you have a marketing message that's really clear and that really draws your clients in? And do you have a marketing funnel and a sales funnel, a process set up to bring in consistent leads and give you the visibility you really want for your business so that you can get your message out there and really work with the clients you love and make the difference that you're here to make. And so all of these questions are really, really important. And if any of these are a no for you, then you need a really comprehensive launch plan for your business. And what I would like you to do is take a look at my 4-month program, From Passion to Profits, which is really going to help you master all of those pieces. So as I promised you in the beginning, I want to talk a little bit about what might be possible for you if you put together a launch plan for your business and take these steps. And so really think about what it would feel like. What could your business become if you were super clear on your niche, if you were super clear on your ideal client and how you're going to stand out as the expert. If you could have a coaching package that your ideal clients are really in love with and they ask you about the package instead of you chasing them down. Think about having a brand that's of really high quality. It really conveys your value and it makes, the money objections really a non-issue. Think about having a marketing system that brings you consistent clients and leads each month, and mastering your sales process, which is where a lot of people get really scared and anxious about, which can hinder them in bringing in the consistent income in their business each month. And so what I do in my 4-month program is I walk you through all of these areas. I help you master literally all of them. And we accomplish that over a 4-month time frame together. This program includes one-on-one coaching with me specifically, and it's for new coaches, for those of you who may be struggling in your business, and those who want to make between 5 and 10K a month to start, and really have all the systems and structures, get clear on everything, your package, your ideal client, set up your branding, master your marketing process, and really bring you the clients that you love and that you want to work with. This is really a one-of-a-kind program because I know that it gives you everything you need in your business to launch from start to finish. And so when you work with me for 4 months, I'll share with you specifically all the steps that I took personally to launch my health coaching business and also launch my business coaching business, and what I've been working on with clients from literally all over the world to launch their coaching businesses as well. I'm not here to spin wheels with you or waste time. I want to get things done. So let's just take a couple of minutes to go over what the program includes, and then we will wrap up with our Q&A. In month 1, I really want to get clear on your business model, your branding, and your ideal client. I really want to think about what your ideal lifestyle looks like. What does your ideal schedule look like? What's the amount of income you desire from your business? How much you want to travel? How do you want to spend your time? This is the time where we really figure out what you want to do, what your branding should look like, and then get really, really clear on who you're meant to serve. There is specific market research that I'll do for you and will get you super clear on who you're meant to work with. In the 2nd month, it's all about your program. So we will dig into all the pieces we talked about today, how to price it, and we'll work on things like your online presence. So I will share with you how to set up your website, how to work through your social media profiles. We'll work on your copy, which is really, really important for your sales pages. And we'll also set up the necessary business systems so that you have everything that's necessary to go out there and start to really launch and market your programs. At that point in month 3, we are really ready to then go and market your business. We want to come up with a marketing game plan. We will set up a sales funnel for you, and I will share with you how to really build a tribe. And what I mean by that is how to build a community of ideal clients for your business that are really in love with your message, that love what you have to offer, and that are ready to work with you. And then the last month is all about marketing again, but we really want to put more of the tactical pieces in place here and make sure you're a master of email marketing and really know how to use Facebook the right way. I'll show you how you can spend just a couple of really minutes a day, literally, on Facebook, how to book discovery calls, and how to really master those calls as well, mastering your sales conversations so they feel good, they feel authentic, and you have what it takes to book clients consistently each month. And so right now, the investment for this program is two options. You have an upfront payment plan, or I should say an upfront plan and 4 monthly payments. And I'm including some really exciting bonuses for you right now. So for the next 5 people who sign up with me for a business launch assessment, which is a complimentary call, you guys will qualify for an actual done-for-you sales page. So what I'll do is I'll have my sales page designer actually create a sales page for you, and that includes all the design pieces, all the graphical pieces, and everything you need. You'll also have a special session with me, which I call my Make Your First 5K intensive session, where we'll take about an hour or two. It's usually around 2 hours, where we really figure out a game plan for you to make your first 5K in business the quickest way possible. So that's really an action plan for you to take right away. And of course, I'll help you accomplish that if we're working together. And then I'll also include a Copy That Converts sales page template. This is a template from my copywriter, and she is using that on all of my sales pages. This is a way for you to really structure a sales page that converts and come up with copy for your website, and really put together a professional page and pages that sell for your programs, which is so important. Specifically, what you get in this program is one-on-one coaching with me. So we will have a kickoff call, and then we will meet on a weekly basis for about 45 to 60 minutes every week. We will get together. We will take it step by step. I will share with you my systems. I'll be 100% transparent, and I'll be your business partner and your ally in your business and keep you on track and keep you accountable. You'll also have complete email access to me, where you can reach out to me at any point in time in between our sessions if you want me to review something, or when we're working on some of the more detailed pieces like your website, for example. And so, as you can tell, this program is truly designed to give you everything you need to really work with ideal clients as soon as possible. You know, it's designed to be comprehensive, to launch your business the right way so that you don't have to invest in any other programs at all, really. And, you know, I would not be able to, you know, really live life on my terms if I hadn't started my own coaching business. It really has transformed my life forever. You know, the time I have to spend with my family, my 2 boys, doing what I love. I really enjoy this, and I don't want any struggle for you. If you're right now struggling to launch, if you're chasing your clients and you just don't know what the next steps are in your business, I'm here to help you. And so what I want to do is I'd like to offer you a complimentary call. This is my business launch assessment. This is a free call. You can go to carolinsoldo.com/business assessment and apply for your free call. We'll get together. We'll talk about your business launch strategy. I'll give you an action plan that you can implement right away. And then we can talk about how we can potentially work together and if this is the right next step for you. And so I have opened up my calendar for 10 sessions next week, and I would love to meet with you to discuss your coaching business and what you need to do to launch it the right way. So simply go to carolinsoldo.com/business assessment and apply for your call, and I'll be in touch with you to set up a convenient time where we can get together as soon as next week. So with that, I want to leave us a good amount of time for questions. So I'd like to switch back to my video and do some Q&A with you guys. So give me 1 second while I do that. Let's see if you guys can see me. I think you can. I think I'm back. All right, perfect. So let me check into the chat. And if you guys have any questions right now on creating your program, how to really launch your business, mindset questions, anything related to that, hop on over into the chat box and type your questions into the chat box right there, and I will answer them for you right here on the webinar. Awesome. Okay. My first question here is, what software do you use for discovery session applications? So I'm using Typeform. So when you go to my discovery session page, and actually my sales page as well, and you click on apply now, it hops on over to a Typeform page. And a Typeform is really just an application where I gather a lot of information about my client, what they're looking for, you know, what their desires are, what their goals are, and all that information. And then when they submit that, of course, I get a notification. And then I simply get back to them, and I'll schedule a call. And for my call scheduling, I use Acuity Scheduling. That is acuityscheduling.com. I've tried many others, and this one has just really worked well for me. I'm not affiliated. I'm just letting you know that this is a really great option if you'd like to try it. I have a question from Christina. Christina is asking, since a lot of us are in Canada, what currency is best to use for our packages? I would say look at where your clients are. If you are looking to work with a lot of people in the US, you may want to consider posting your prices in US dollars. You know, if you want to work with people mainly in Canada, then post your prices in Canadian dollars. You may also decide to post two prices. You could share what the price would be in US dollars and also what the price would be in Canadian dollars, so that people have an option to do that. So that would be my recommendation. Let's see, what else do we have? We talked about the scheduling tool. We talked about the discovery questions. Let's see. I have another question here where someone's asking, I can't figure out how much to charge for my program. Can you give me advice around that? And so this is a pricing question. And obviously I can't give you a number for your program, but really think about your frequency right now. What pricing feels good to you? Go with your intuition. And again, to go back to what we talked about today, look at your competition. What does the market look like right now? Are there coaches out there that are maybe offering a program that might be similar to yours, or are at least in the same niche, and what are they charging for their programs? And then look at, what is your monthly income goal? How much do you desire to make? Is it 5K? Is it 20K? How many clients can you work with based on your schedule? You know, do you want to work 3 days a week, 4 days a week? What does that look like? And then do the math and say, you know, if I want to get to my 10K a month goal, and I desire to work with on average 5 clients a month, my packages should be running around $2,000. And that's one thing you can use as a guideline. And then again, go back and ask yourself, how does that feel to me? Does it feel like too much? Then go down a little bit. And you know, once you sell your first package, you can raise it. When I sold my $97 coaching package, And I sold one, I raised my prices. I remember selling it for $497, and I sold a few at $497, and then I raised it again. So work your way up to a frequency that feels good to you so you can really stand behind those packages as well. Toddy is asking, do you need specific training to be a health coach, or can you just use your experience and motivation? You don't need a training, in my opinion. A lot of my clients are graduates of IIN, the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, which is a phenomenal school. I also work with people that are graduating from other nutrition or health coaching schools. But if you look at me, I never had any certification as a health coach. I launched my business because of my own experience. I lost weight. I had experience with emotional eating because of stress, eating because of anxiety and depression. And I used my own experience. And to be honest with you, people will buy from you because they know, like, and trust you. If they know you and if you share with them what your experience really was, if you're vulnerable, if you're sharing your own challenges, your own experience, what you've overcome, they will be much more drawn to that than a bunch of letters and certifications and names you have next to your name. If you have both, that's great. You know, that's an added bonus. But I feel like if you have the life experience, then you can be very successful. Let's see. Christina's asking, where could I find a sample of a client contract? Honestly, I don't know that there's any samples around. If you're working with me, I will share my client contract with you. Actually, I share my client contract as a sample with my clients. If you contact me, reach out to me directly. Email me. My email is carolyn@carolinsolo.com. I may be able to share with you a generic template. But what I really advise you to do is use this template or use a draft and bring it to your lawyer. You should really do that. Make sure that you're covered. Make sure your ideal clients are covered, and you have a really safe container that spells out everything from what's included, what your refund policy is like, what the payment terms are, what the duration is of the coaching program, so that everything is legal and safe and professional as well. Ask Me is asking, when you're serving people to see what their issues are so you can help solve them, what are some examples of those questions? I would say dig really, really deep into challenges. So questions like, how do you feel about your situation right now? What are your biggest challenges with your situation when it comes to your health, for example? What has really held you back from overcoming those challenges? What are your fears? Ask them about your fears. What are you afraid will happen if you take the next steps? What are you scared of? So really dig into the challenges and the issues. And then on the other hand, talk about desires and goals. So say, if I had a magic wand, for example, and I could create the perfect life for you, the perfect lifestyle, business, health, relationship, what have you, what would that look like for you? Ask them about their greatest desires. Ask them about their goals. So I don't know specifically what your niche is, so I can't give you specific examples there, but come up with maybe 10 questions, 5 questions around the challenges, 5 around the goals, and then you can always ask follow-up questions on your call with them as well. Let's see, do we have any other questions? Those are great questions, by the way. I really enjoy doing the Q&A with you guys. Okay, I don't see any other questions here. Let me just check in one more time. I know there's a little bit of a delay with Google Hangouts, I can tell. Okay, I have one more question here from Christina that just came up. Can you talk about Jeanette's question regarding the campaign for introducing a program? How do you find the best promotional tool? Facebook, Blog. So I think what you're asking, Christina, is how to, sorry, I have a call coming here. What you're asking is how to promote your program. And you really need to come up with a marketing plan for that. Facebook has worked really well for me, and it works really well for all of my clients. But you really need to come up with a promotional plan. One tip I can give you is to develop a lead magnet, develop a freebie, and start to build your list. Build your list as soon as possible. And when I say freebie or lead magnet, I mean something that is of really great value that you can put out there, and ask people to join your list. Ask them to sign up for the list, and in return, give them the freebie, give them the PDF, the video training, an audio, or whatever that looks like, and start your promotion with that. I hope that helps. The question is a really big one. So if you need more help, reach out to me personally, and I'll help you out. All right, as you guys can tell, someone is trying to contact me. My next call is coming up, and so we'll wrap up the webinar. I really want to thank you guys for being here with me today. I really enjoyed being on the call with you today. I hope this served you. I hope you got a ton of value from this call. And if you did enjoy it, and if you feel like you want to take the next step, I want to encourage you to set up your business launch assessment. It's a complimentary call with me. It's you and I getting together, really talking about your business, talking about the next steps for you. We'll create a launch plan for you, and then if it feels like it's the right next steps, we can talk about the Passion to Profits program and how I can help you launch your business for consistency, for consistent clients, and consistent income as well. Also, don't forget about my Facebook group, the Women Coaches with Passion, Purpose, and Profit. I'm in the group all the time. I try to help you. I try to support you. And there's a lot of new coaches just like you in the group. So join us there. You can find me there. And, you know, again, there will be more webinars like this, and I look forward to seeing you on a future webinar. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.